Hello, this is Soul with another video. We're going to be doing some more patch 9.1 coverage, and this time I'm like pretty darn excited to share what we found so far in this build, because we can get pretty darn strong just by doing world content. I know that's been a big concern for players who play outside of the big three: raids, dungeons, and PvP at an organized level. One of the big critiques about world content in the 9.0 patch was that people peaked way too fast. It didn't take very long to either upgrade that Covenant set to maximum level, or to max out world quest rewards or mission table rewards, so that way you can get to an item level of about 200 or so, but it wouldn't be very satisfying after that. There wasn't much to work with after that, apart from like anima rewards, and there wasn't any incremental strength gains from that. So with 9.1, they're introducing something called Maw-Touched gear, and I'm going to show you that in just a little bit. This Maw-Touched gear is meant to be upgradable. It's meant to have a long tail, according to the conversation that Ian had with Mike from Preach Gaming in their Q&A. And you know, screw it, let me just open this thing up right here because I'm all excited. I'm like, whoo, it's getting warm in here. And let me show you this right here. This Vault Guardian's chest piece is tagged as Maw-Touched, and you can see that it has 5 out of 15 upgrade levels done with an item level of 207. Now, for context, I was able to get this particular item by completing those Covenant assaults that happen in the Maw. They work really similar to the old God invasions in patch 8.3, where, okay, it's Tuesday, you know, in the US, it's Tuesday. Here's the thing to do, and then on Friday it changes. Here's another thing to do. So those it's gonna have that a similar rotation to that. You do 4 quests, or you fill up a bar or something like that. You get a goodie bag in the end. This is what I happen to get. So I'm not quite sure, because Mr. GM put something out on Twitter where he was able to get a similar piece, but it had a lower item level. That happened to come from, I believe, a world quest from Korthia. So maybe it just depends on the content that you're doing. It might depend on the world quest reward level that you're at. Could be any number of things, but just wanted to put that out there. So this Maw-Touched gear can be upgraded, as you can see, and I'm going to open up this upgrade person because you can access thing like anywhere. And you can see that, you know, you have this snazzy little UI, it looks familiar, and I'll explain everything here in just a little bit, starting with how high you can upgrade it. You can upgrade it 15 levels to an item level of, you can see right here, 237. Now I think I can pull up some context right here. Boop. This right here is a placeholder, but this is a heroic a piece from Sanctum of Domination, and this has an item level of 239. So the premise here is that we can upgrade this kind of gear to darn near heroic raid level, which is pretty darn nice. Much better than the super pitiful, not even item level of 200 that we had on the Covenant set gear, and the 200 or so item level that we can get from world quests, the mission table, and so on and so forth. So this is a really nice bump up. It's going to make us feel really strong out there in the Maw, or wherever the heck that we're going. But we also need to understand just how it is that we get all of these upgrade item levels. First off is this requires renown 79, and the first alloys research available at tier 6 research with the Archivist's Codex. There's the tooltip right there. I'm not quite sure what that means yet. The renown, we do know it's basically going to be time gated of sorts, which is kind of a bad, kind of a good thing. It makes it feel like, okay, it's not gonna rush us too hard to get to this item level. People who do raid, do dungeons, and do PvP, they're not gonna pay terribly much attention to this system to be like, oh man, now I gotta do this on top of everything else, because there's a pretty darn good chance that those folks will be able to outpace the rate at they can upgrade their gear doing their own thing, rather than coming back here and doing this world content, getting whatever currency that they need, upgrading this and that, and putting it towards that. Maybe it'll help them fill out one spot where they just had really bad RNG and they were not able to fill this spot. But in the case for people that just run world content, it's something that is pretty evenly paced. It'll let people switch between alts and farm away. At least That's what I hope for. Now, let's look at this currency here, Cataloged Research. As you bring the Archivist relics, he will catalog it, which will allow you to start field studies, to learn more about them or identify relics in his care that you can use in the field. So this can be a lot of stuff. This isn't just anima. This isn't just a currency that is only used for like one thing. It can be used to upgrade this gear, obviously, but it can also be used to level up some sort of tree, and also to identify relics. Maybe that has something to do with temporary world buffs that you can use, kind of like Mechagon. It's like, okay, maybe if I give him like this much stuff, then he unlocks like this weapon rack and I can pull out lasers and grenade launchers. Probably not exactly that, but something really similar to it. You know, Shadowlands grenade launchers, I don't know. But there definitely seems to be a lot going on here. We don't have this talent tree to look at. I tried checking out Wowhead and I didn't see anything about, hey, we data mined the whole tree for you to look at. So we don't have anything like that yet. So far I'm pretty impressed with what's being presented so far. A lot of it is me getting caught up in my own speculation. Like, for example, I'm not even sure what other research is there going to be available. Maybe the research is very simple. Maybe the research just says, okay, along with needing a certain amount of research to upgrade pieces to a certain level, maybe it won't even let you upgrade certain pieces at all until you get until you access some sort of research. So this progression system might be a little bit more involved than before. If I bring this 15 down to, if I just want to upgrade it to one level, this requires Renown 46. So it might be like at least a week or two until you can upgrade any of this Maw-Touched gear to a slightly higher level. But at the very least, it seems to be accessible enough that it's going to be something that you'll be working at periodically as this patch progresses. However, once we get to the end of Renown catch-up, so, you know, once everyone gets to Renown 80 and other people are able to catch up very quickly, there's no telling how quickly we'll be able to gear up by farming up this cataloged research. Personally, this is going to be cool for me because my alts, they hardly do anything outside of raids, dungeons, and so on and so forth, so they'll definitely have something to do outside, you know, doing whatever it is that they're doing. Meanwhile, my main is just going to be raiding and doing his own thing. But then we have to consider how this is going to affect player behavior any. Catalog research, where does it drop? Is it going to drop just from like absolutely anything in Korthia? Will it drop outside in other Shadowland zones? Probably not. Is this going to come from mobs, world quests, daily quests, the big old fill up the bar quest that we see every week? Is it going to come up from those Covenant assaults? Not quite sure. One thing is for sure though, at least this is my prediction, that cataloged research is going to feel like the thing to farm for. Anima is probably going to be kind of knocked down a few pegs because catalog research clearly has implications as to increasing player power far beyond the piddly 197 that we had before with the Covenant sets. But for now, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to leave it to you folks to share your thoughts and reactions, whether you are impressed or if this is just bleh. Whatever you guys think, share that in a comment below. Of course, like the video if you enjoyed yourself, subscribe for more of this 9.1 coverage, and we'll see you for the next thing. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay breezy.